Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video I'm going to work through the two graphing questions of this week's practice that you were asked to do on the Wednesday portion of the unit. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Setting this up, graph y is -6 cosine of 2x plus 5 with that plus 5 outside of the cosine function. We're going from 0 to 4 pi radians in this case. I noticed that last time I was writing over here and it didn't fit, so let's make sure that that doesn't happen again. So when we set up this graph, we know our x-axis is from 0 to 4 pi. What we don't know yet is our y-axis. Let's start thinking about that. Our principal axis is shifted up 5 units, so we're most likely not going to be dipping into the negatives very far. So here's x, like we said, from 0 radians to 4 pi radians. Let's call this end 4 pi. I'm going to make my pen a little finer so I can work through this now. So we know our principal axis is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right here is our principal axis. So let's go ahead and put that into place. There we have it. Now our amplitude is 6. The negative will take into account that reflection over the principal axis, but I know now I'm going to need to be 6 units above the principal axis and 6 units below. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is our maximum, and then -1 is actually our minimum. 5 take away 6 is -1, or 5 subtract 6. So let's set up those boundaries as well so we have that in place and don't have to worry about our amplitude anymore. Alright, and our minimum at -1. So it oscillates between these values as it completes revolutions or periods, which are rotations around the unit circle. So now we can worry about our period. So 2x, our b value is 2. Now, as we said in last week's video, to find the period, we take 2 pi and divide it by b. Well, in this case, we said b is 2, so 2 pi divided by b is 2. So our period, how long it takes to go through one full revolution, is 2 pi divided by 2, or pi. So if we go from pi, and we're considering 4 pi, we're actually going through 4 revolutions, oscillating between 11 and -1 several times. This is really going to test my ability to draw detailed graphs here, because we're going to go through 4 revolutions around the unit circle. So let's start setting this up. So when we go 4 pi, we're going to need one of our oscillations to be pi. So let's just go 2 pi right here. This is 2 pi. Let's consider 1 pi. And let's consider 3 pi. So now if we start building our axis, we're going to go halfway. So we're going pi halves. Similarly, we're going 3 pi halves. Similarly, we're going 5 pi halves. And then this is 6 and 8, so 7 pi halves. Now we can even get more detailed in filling this out. So half of pi halves is pi fourths. So pi fourths, so I'm going to count 1 pi fourth, 2 pi fourths, 3 pi fourths, 4 pi fourths, 5 pi fourths, 6 pi fourths, 7 pi fourths, 8 pi fourths, 9 pi fourths, 10, 11 pi fourths, 12, 13 pi fourths, 14 pi fourths, and 15 pi fourths. Oh my goodness, this is getting messy, but we've got it now. So getting to cosine, now that we have every single value identified, we're just going to go over and over and over and over and over again. We know that a cosine function starts at a maximum value, but because this is negative, it's flipping the order. It's reflecting it across the principal axis, so it's going to actually start at a minimum value now. So minimum value, 1/4 of the way through a revolution, it's at the principal axis, maximum, principal axis, minimum. Oh, let's fix that one. Minimum right there. So this is one full oscillation, and then we just repeat this process 3 more times. So we're at our minimum value at pi. We're back to principal axis, maximum, principal axis, minimum, principal axis, maximum, principal axis, minimum, principal axis, maximum, principal axis, minimum. And now here we go, the moment everyone's been waiting for, my abilities to draw these curves. I'm nervous right now, alright. There's one oscillation. Or, sorry, revolution. There's 2 revolutions. There's 3, oh my gosh, revolutions. And there's 4 revolutions. Okay, I got a little shaky at the end. My nerves got to me. My knees are weak and palms are sweaty. So there we have it. 1, 2, 3, 4 full revolutions around the unit circle as our period is pi, and we're going to 4 pi. Let's get into the second question. So from negative 4 pi to 6 pi. Actually, I'm going to stop this video here and create another one just so we can cut this up into smaller portions.